let's say I had $1,000 to spend on some people and I wanted to keep track of it. I want to show you this sheet that I've set up, and then I'm going to show you how to set it up. But I have it all set up with my gift recipient, like who I'm buying for, what I bought, and stuff like that. Now I want to just put in an example. Let's say I'm buying for Sam. I want to buy him an Xbox from Walmart, and it costs $456.89. And how many? I'm going to buy him one. I want you to notice what it did here. It took those two, multiplied them, and put the total there. Okay, let's do another one. I want to buy my daughter a mood ring that she's been wanting. And I'm going to say rings because actually, let's say I'm going to go to Walmart as well. They really only cost $4.67. But I'm looking at her like a bunch of them, maybe like 8. So I'm going to put an 8 here. Now look what it did. It also multiplied those two for me and gave me the total. What it's also doing as I shop and put my stuff in is it's adding all these up. Look down here. Down here you see how much I've spent so far. And here you see how much I have left over. Okay, so this sheet, once I set it up, is really nice to be able to start putting things in and see how much I'm spending. Now let's go see how to set it up. To create a new spreadsheet, the quickest way is just to type in sheets.new. The .new trick works with all of Google Apps. Sheets.new. I'm going to come up here and change the name to Shopping Spree. Then I'm going to come down here and in cell A1, I'm also going to type in Shopping Spree. Okay. And I'm going to combine these two cells by dragging and selecting them and clicking on the merge button right here. Okay. Then I'm going to type here, money to spend, $1,000. And once again, I'm going to grab these two cells like that and merge them as well. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to skip a row, and going across here, I'm going to put my headers in. Okay, so I'm going to start with gift recipient, and that means who's getting the gift. Okay, and the next one is gift purchased. That means what gift are you buying them, and then store purchased from, and you'll notice that that one went past how big the cell is. So you can come up here between C and D, and when it turns into a little arrow, you can grab it and drag until it's wider. That can change the width of the column for you. Okay. The next one is going to be the cost of the item. The next one will be quantity. That means how many you're going to buy of that item. And then the final one is going to be total. Okay. Now, what you're going to want now down here, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to type in here grand total. That means after everything is done, how much I've spent. And then here, I'm going to say money left over. All right. Now, notice this one went a little bit over, so I'm going to come up here and grab the width of the cell and change it just a little bit. Okay. Now, what I'm going to want to do when I buy something, let's put in a sample. Okay. Let's say I'm buying a gift for Sam. I'm going to buy him a mood ring from Walmart, and the mood rings cost $4.56 each. I notice when I put 456, it's not money. So I'm going to go click on column D and choose money. So it turns it into money. Quantity, I'm actually going to buy him 2 of them. Okay. All right. Now, if you can guess what you're going to want to do to get the total of 456 and you're buying 2 of them, you would need to multiply. You would need 456 times 2 to come up with your total, right? So we're going to grab the 2 cells we want it to multiply. And we're going to come up here to the formula functions key. And we're going to come down here to math because we're looking for a math formula. And we're going to look for product because product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So we're going to find product and click on it. Now look what it did. It just put a formula in there for you. The product of D5 and E5. This is D5. This is E5. And so when you press enter, it did it for us. See that? It did 456 times 2 and came out with 912. Okay. Once again, we're going to want that to be money. So I'm going to press F and press money. Okay. Now you've got these 2 multiplying and coming up with that. You're going to want to do that with the rest of them too. But instead of going through and doing this each time, okay, we have what we call a formula copier. If you click here, this is the one the formula's in, okay? You can click on this little blue box here, but it has to become a cross. Once you do, you drag down to where you want it to copy, and it just copied the formula for you for all of these, okay? You won't have to do it again, okay? The last formula you're gonna want, or the second to the last, you're gonna want all of these guys to be adding up as you go, right? So you can come up with your grand total. So we choose them all. We go up here to functions again. Normally you would go to math, and this time we need the sum, right? We need the sum, not the product. So the sum, because the sum is an answer to an addition problem. Okay, so there it put the formula in for you. Press enter, and now look at this. It's keeping how much you've spent so far right here. We're going to want to know how much money we have left over as we're spending. So we're actually going to type in our own formula here. We're going to type in equals parentheses 1,000, because that's how much we're going to start with, minus, and we want it to subtract this one right here. Look, F22. We want it to be subtracting from this, right? So we're going to minus F22 and then end it with the parentheses. And look how it's keeping up with how much we have left. That's how much we've spent. That's how much we have left. Now you're ready to just start filling these in. Let's say we're buying something for Lily, a necklace. We're going to get this from Zales. It costs $8.97, and we're going to buy her 3 of them. See how it did this for you? But it also keeps up over here. Okay. Now that you've set it up, you just keep on shopping until you've spent your $1,000.